A pleasant day to our professor, Dr. Russell Jim Tamayo, and to my fellow classmates. Today I'm going to share to you the concept, characteristics, level, and process of management. So what is management? Management refers to the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling resources to achieve organizational goals effectively and efficiently. It involves coordinating the efforts of individuals and utilizing available resources to accomplish tasks and objectives. Management encompasses various functions and responsibilities that are crucial for the success of any organization. We go now to the characteristics of management. Number one, management is an activity. It is a process of organized activity concerned with efficient utilization of resources of production like man, material, machine, and money. Number two characteristics, management is getting things done. A manager does not do any operating work himself, but gets it done through others. Number three, management applies economic principles. Management is the art of applying the economic principles that underlie the control of men and materials in the enterprise under consideration. Number four characteristics. Management involves decision making. It is a decision making process, and the decisions are involved in all the functions of management. Number five characteristics. Management coordinates all activities and resources. It is concerned with coordination of all activities and resources to attain the specific objectives. Number six characteristics. Management is a universal activity. The techniques and tools of management are universally applicable. Next, we have management is an integrating process. And what do you mean by this one? It integrates the men, materials, and machines for achieving stated objectives of a particular organization. And the last characteristics of management. Management is concerned with direction and control. It is concerned with human efforts to attain the specific objectives of a particular organization. Now we go to the second part of my report, the levels of management. So as you can see in this particular visual, in every company, there is a managerial hierarchy of chain of command, which consists of several levels of authority. The number of management levels may differ from company to company. In a big company, the management levels may be classified into three categories. Number one is the top level management. This level consists of executives, such as CEOs, presidents, and board members, who are responsible for setting the overall direction, goals, and policies of the organization. They focus on strategic planning and decision making. The number two, the middle level management. This level includes department managers, branch managers, and divisional managers. They are responsible for implementing the strategies and plans set by top-level management. They coordinate and oversee the activities of lower-level managers and employees, ensuring that organizational goals are met. And the third level is a lower-level management. This level comprises supervisors, team leaders, and first-line managers who directly supervise the operational activities of employees. They play a crucial role in executing plans and policies, providing guidance and support to frontline employees. Now we go to the management process. Process of management consists of the following key functions: the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. These functions are interrelated and cyclical in nature, forming an ongoing process that managers engage in to manage organizations effectively. If we are going to summarize this, management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling resources to achieve organizational goals. It operates at different levels within an organization and follow a systematic process to ensure success. Now, we're going to discuss the every part of the management process. So let's have first the planning. So planning is the function that determines in advance what should be done. It is looking ahead and preparing for the future. It is a process of deciding the business objectives and charting out the methods of attaining those objectives. In other words, it is the determination of what is to be done, how and where it is to be done, and who is to do it, and how results are to be evaluated. This is done not only for the organization as a whole, but for every division or department or subunit of the organization. It is a function which is performed by managers at all levels, like top, middle, and supervisory levels of management. Plans made by top management of the organizations will may cover periods as long as 5 or 10 years. Also, plans made by middle or first-line managers cover such as shorter periods, and such plans may be or next days or weeks or months. For example, for a 2-hour meeting to take a place in a week. Following are the sub functions of planning, such as forecasting, decision making, strategic formulation, policy making, programming, scheduling, budgeting, problem solving, innovation, and research activities. Now we go to the second part. Let's have organizing. So when we talk about organizing, it refers to the coordinate human resource or resources with the other resources such as material, machine, money, and the likes. Once managers have established objectives and developed plans to achieve them, they must design and develop a human organization that will be able to carry out those plans successfully. According to Allen, this organization refers to the structure which results from identifying and grouping work, defining and delegating responsibility and authority, and establishing relationships. According to Amitai Ejrai, an organization is a social unit or human grouping deliberately structured for the purpose of attaining a specific goals. So the process of organizing involves the following. First, identifying the activities necessary to achieve the objectives, grouping activities into various departments, assigning duties or tasks to appropriate individuals, and delegating necessary authority to individuals and fixing responsibilities for results. Also, you are going to define authority and responsibility relationship among individuals. There are sub-functions of this particular, which are functionalization, divisionalization, departmentation, delegation, decentralization, activity analysis, and task allocation. The third part of management process is what we call staffing. So staffing may also be considered an important function involved in building the human organization. In staffing, the manager attempts to find the right person for each job. Staffing fixes a manager's responsibility to recruit, and to make certain that there is enough manpower available to fill the various positions needed in organization. Staffing involves the selection and training of future managers and a suitable system of compensation. Staffing obviously cannot be done once and for all, since people are continually living, getting fired, retiring, and dying. Often, too, the changes in the organization create new positions, and this must be filled. According to O'Donnell, the managerial function of staffing involves manning the organizational structure through proper and effective selection, appraisal, and development of personnel to fill the roles designed into the structure. The staffing function has the following sub-functions like the manpower planning, the recruitment, selection, training and development, as well as placement, compensation, promotion, and appraisal. The next part of management process is what we call the directing. So after plans have been made and the organization has been established and staffed, the next is to move towards its defined objectives. This function can be called by various names: leading or directing. You can also call it motivating or actuating, and so on. But whatever the name used to identify it, in carrying out this function, the manager explains to his people what they have to do and helps them to do it to the best of their ability. Directing thus involves three sub-functions: one, communication, leadership, and motivation. So in communication, it is the process of passing information and understanding from one person to another. Leadership, on the second, is the process by which a manager guides and influences the work of his subordinates. The third one is what we call the motivation. It means arousing desire in the minds of workers to give their best to the enterprise. It is the act of stimulating or inspiring workers. If the workers of an enterprise are properly motivated, they will pull their weights effectively and give their loyalty to the enterprise and carry out their tasks effectively. Two broad categories of motivation are financial and non-financial. Financial motivation takes the form of salary, bonus, profit sharing, and the likes, while non-financial motivation takes the form of job security, opportunity of advancement, recognition, and praise, and the likes. Now we go to the next management process. It is what we call the coordinating. Coordination is the function of management which ensures the different departments and group work in sync. Therefore, there is unity of action among employees, groups, and departments. It also brings harmony in carrying out the different tasks and activities to achieve the organization's objectives efficiently. Now we go to the last part of management process, which is what we call controlling. The manager must ensure that everything occurs in conformity with the plans adopted, the instructions issued, and the principles established. Three elements are involved in the controlling function. First, establishing standards or performance. Second, measuring current performance and comparing it against the established standards. And the third one, taking action to correct any performance that does not meet those standards. In the absence of sound control, there is no guarantee that the objectives which have been set will be realized. The management may go on committing mistakes without knowing them. Control compels events to conform to plans. Controlling function has the following sub-functions such as fixation of standards, recording, measurements, reporting, corrective action. So those are the management process that we have to put in mind. Now I'm going to give you this particular famous quotation about management. A key to achieving success is to assemble a strong and stable management team. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great day ahead.